షేర్ స్క్రీన్ రాలేదు. ఇదేదా? Good morning to everybody. Okay, all of you, good morning. Today let us continue life phenomena, characteristics of life already completed, all the 9 characteristics, and let us see life phenomena. What are the life phenomena? Nutrition, respiration, excretion, circulation. Better you say after respiration, circulation. These two are linked. Respiration, circulation, excretion. Irritability means nervous system. Irritability. Etc. Already one of the life characteristics, irritability. In serial order it is third place of 9 characteristics, irritability. Like that, so on and so forth, we can list, so many are there. So for example, these are there. These are the life phenomena. All these life phenomena occur due to interactions. If there are no interactions with chemicals, interactions with enzymes, and then during nutrition, both process of digestion and absorption, ingestion are there. So in the process of digestion, biochemical activities are there. Thus the food materials must be interacted with enzymes, enzymatic actions. So in every step it is there. So due to interactions, life phenomena occur. Simple answer is life phenomena in all the living organisms occur due to interaction among chemical reactions. So for example, already I have given you the hierarchy of organization. I am asking Prabhav, hierarchy of organization, do you remember? Second character, what are they? Yes, yeah, yes, very good. So all those are also formed due to some interaction. So don't forget about this interaction. That is why life phenomena tied up with interaction. If there is no interaction, life phenomena do not occur. So that's why, for example, first example let us take. Like that, only 1 or 2 examples we can give. All the levels of the hierarchy of organization, we need not discuss. Automatically we will come to know. For example, for the sake of knowing interaction, let us see the tissues. Tissues properties. This is, if you listen very carefully, so total hierarchy you can easily, you yourself can explain. So tissues properties are not found in components of or constituents of cell. Either components or you can say constituents. Constitutes means formation. Components or constituents of the cell. Like this they mention. Generally people think that we say that cells are grouped into tissues. Tissues are grouped into organs, group of organs, organ system, like that we mentioned. But here the same thing is okay, but here tissues properties are not found in the properties. That is why you have to remember this. Not found in the components of cells, but they result. They result means properties of tissues are resulted. That is the meaning of they result. But they result due to interaction. So now we are coming to the again interaction. Due to interaction of or among constituents of cell. What are the components that are needed to prepare a cell, among which the interaction occurs? So tissues, properties of tissues are not found in components or constituents of cells, but they result due to interaction of constituents of cells. So this is like that you can prepare. This is one example. Now you can easily prepare the other things in the hierarchy. For example, after tissues, what are they? Organs. Okay? Organs are there. Tell me organs, about organs. We start with organs. Basing on this, you can go with others also. So what is okay? What is before tissues? Cells. You can start with cells also. Okay, second example I will give you. This is first example. Second example is the properties of cell organelles are not found in the so seeing second example you can easily catch and capture. Properties of cell organelles are not found in the components of cell organelles. You should add these components for everything. First are not found in the components of, what are the things mentioned here? Components of cell organelles. But same sentence. But the result due to interaction, because these are important for statement type questions in EAMCET as well as NEET. Suppose if it is given like this, whether the statement is wrong or right. For example, here, read this sentence. Tissues properties are not found in the components of the cells. That is actually, in the book it is given like that. He changed there in the examination. He will change. How it is changed? Properties of tissues are found in the components of the cells. That's why cells are grouped into tissues. Like that they will give. That's not correct. When you discuss about hierarchy of the organization or complexity of organization, we said that atoms from which molecules are derived, molecules from which protoplasm is derived, protoplasm from which cell is derived, like that, so on and so forth, we have listed out. But when the phenomena, if you speak about, this is the process, this is the procedure, phenomena itself is a procedure, this is the procedure, thus they are formed. So, but the result due to interaction should be underlined. Interaction among constituents of organelles or components of cell organelles. What are the cell organelles? Can you give an example? Vacuole, lysosomes, ribosomes, these are all cell organelles, nucleus, everything, they are all cell organelles. Very good. So this is second example. Thus, we can go on giving examples basing on hierarchy. So this is the life phenomena that is occur. Now, a story of life. What is the story of life? Simply, if it is asked like this, your answer must be, story of life is biology. Story of life, study of life, we have first class in the beginning itself, I told you about that. Study of living organisms or life is called biology. Here, story of life is biology. And also evolutionary history of living organisms, also biology. So versions are time to time, they are changing. This is also as it is in the NCERT book. So far we have discussed, they are same in both State Academy Intermediate book and CBSE NCERT book. Same sentences, same wording is there. So that's why both it is serving dual purpose, both the purposes. Evolutionary history of living organisms, simply say living, also called biology. Then scope of zoology. All these introductory features after completion of this, you remember, my dear students, I am giving fundamentals, basics of zoology, as well as NEET, EAMCET, and simultaneously intermediate curriculum also is going on. Those who are absent, we will again explain them. But for you three, in keeping in view, point of view, as far as intermediate examinations are concerned, EAMCET is concerned, NEET is concerned, and basics and fundamentals of biology is concerned, we are discussing about these things. So that's why they are all there in the diversity of living world. First unit, already in the first class itself I have given the syllabus. Unit 1, diversity of living world. Unit 2, structural organization in animals. Unit 3, animal diversity 1. Unit 4, animal diversity means non-chordates. Unit 4, animal diversity 2 means chordates. Unit 5, locomotion and reproduction in protozoa. Unit 6, biology and human welfare, health and disease. Unit 7, cockroach, deleted for the time being. In 2023-22 March you write exam, 22 March. So before that what happens, we have to wait and see. If it is deleted or included, I don't know. but so far it is deleted. 8th unit ecology and environment. Weightage also I have given. Unit wise weightage also, marks weightage also I have given. 4 plus 2 plus 2, first unit. So we are discussing about first unit. So this is simultaneous process. Like that I have linked the topics. Simultaneously the syllabus is going on. Simultaneously you are learning fundamentals and basics, and also MSET as well as NEET oriented questions like this they are coming. Also that's why point wise I am discussing here. The scope of zoology. You all know zoology is a pure science. Zoology, it is a pure science. It is not applied science, pure science. Zoology has its own applications with other subjects also, but it is as a pure science it is zoology. It has its own applications with others. We are able to get so many products from animals. That is scope of zoology. Why should you read zoology? What is the need? What is necessary? Yes, there is a lot of information about animals, and productivity is also there from animals. People think that only plants are producers. Plants can produce so many byproducts. We are able to get so many byproduct fibers, food, cereals, lubricants, perfumes. What are the tannins, resins, gums, honey? We are all obtaining from they are all plant products. Some medicinal plants also there. They are all plant products. We think like that. But animals also, because silk is produced by animals. Honey is also apiculture. First actually plant product is nectar. Nectar is not a honey. Nectar collected by the worker bees from the flowers, that is mixed with saliva of worker bees in the crop. After mixing of nectar with saliva, it is converted into honey. That is kept in the chambers in the bee hive, bee colony. So that is we are getting. So in animals also so many hides, skins. There are so many byproducts are there. Fishes, number of byproducts are there. Shagreen, isinglass, fish guano, fish glue. These are all byproducts among the fishes. So many animal husbandry, dairy, poultry, fishery, food value, food importance. Animals are there. Fishes we eat. Meat of all animals like cattle, sheep, goat. We take. Even poultry, birds also, chicken. We take. So like that. From animals also there is a plenty of productivity is there. So as a pure science it is. But it has applications in other sciences also. Applied sciences also there. Applications, what are the applications of zoology? Let us take this. Or applied science. It is not a pure, this is pure science, but this is applied zoology. You say like that. Applied zoology, let us discuss. So many are there. Number one is eugenics as an applied branch of zoology. What is meant by eugenics? Eugenics means improvement of mankind. Human race. This is first applied branch of zoology. Improvement of human race by the application of principles of genetics. Of course not given in the book, but for information's sake I am giving. You need not worry about. But anyhow, you, as a informative, you can keep this. Improvement of human race by the application of principles of genetics or laws of genetics. 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 Principles of we can apply the principles of genetics to improve the human race. Not only human race, we are able to produce so many hybrids also. By altering the genes, we are able to produce so many hybrids also. So that's why eugenics is an improvement of human race, especially this branch deals with the improvement of human race. By the application of principles of genetics is called eugenics. Then second applied branch, euphenics. Just one letter is different, two letters. This is eugenics, here euphenics, PH is added. Look like same, but there is a slight difference. Improvement of human race, here also same. Human race improvement A. Improvement of human race by the symptomatic treatment of genetic disorders like color blindness, hemophilia, sickle cell anemia, they are all can be rectified by gene therapy. That is euphenics. Improvement of human race by the symptomatic treatment of genetic disorders. So this is another applied branch. We have seen only simple zoology, but this is applied zoology. So many branches are there in the applied zoology. Then bioenergetics. Energy deals with energy transactions. Yesterday I told you, governed by laws of thermodynamics. Bioenergetics refers to the energy flow through food chain. So let us see how it is flowing through food chain. First it is trapped by plants from sun. Then from plant eaters or herbivores it enters into that energy. That is flowing into the first consumers. First consumers means herbivores. Second consumers means first carnivores. For example, you take grass. Grass eating frog, grasshopper. Grasshopper is a first consumer or herbivore. Grasshopper eating frog. Frog is a second consumer or first carnivore. Frog eating snake. Snake is a third consumer but second carnivore. And snake eating hawk. Hawk is the carnivorous predator. It eats always snakes. So snake eating hawks. This is fourth consumer or tertiary carnivore. Like that, this energy flows from plants to passing through various food chain, traffic levels of food chain. So energy flow through food chain or transfer of energy, you can also say, study of transfer of energy is called bioenergetics. And then biotechnology. Nowadays it has gained importance. Bharat Biotech, the most pharma company, most important pharma company in our Andhra Pradesh, the old capital city Hyderabad, in Shamirpet, that Bharat Biotech company is there. COVID vaccine, Covaxin, it was produced there only, already produced, formula is there. Now product is going to be increased. Even the educated, the school going children and school going students, college going students, to all the vaccine should be given. The decision taken by the central government. That's why productivity of vaccine is increased by Bharat Biotech and even Reddy Labs also. Based on this biotechnology process. Vaccine is prepared based on biotechnology process. So, biotechnology means manipulation of genes. Not only vaccine, hormones can be produced, enzymes can be produced, acids can be produced. Lactobacillus produce lactic acid. It is very essential, lactobacillus bacteria to fight against the COVID coronavirus. Best bacteria, friendly bacterium living in our gut is lactobacillus through curd, through buttermilk. So drink more buttermilk 3 times, 4 times a day. Lunch should be taken with curd. Curd should not be kept in the fridge. Lactobacillus may be damaged. That's why it should be kept outside the fridge. And you take the lunch with curd. It's best for corona. Against corona. Fights against corona. Friendly bacteria. Through curd, what are the bacteria entered into our gut? They can multiply within second. Thousands and thousands and millions of bacteria. They fight against this. Friendly bacteria, friendly germs, they are probiotics. They are all present in our gut. They help us a lot. So that's why biotechnology is such a most important branch. Manipulation of genes, actual definition, manipulation of genes to produce so many products like insulin. Insulin is deficit in the market nowadays. Using E. coli bacteria, Escherichia coli bacteria, human insulin is going to be produced. That is Humulin. Branded name in market is Humulin, human insulin. Animal insulin is it is giving side effects, allergies, rash, everything it comes. So that's why it's not suggestible. Human insulin is only prepared by using this manipulation of genes to produce so many products. Useful to mankind. You should add this. They are useful to us, our humans. Useful to mankind or humans. That is the branch biotechnology. See how many applied branches are there like this. Bioenergetics, bioinformatics nowadays recently that came into existence, the another branch. Bioenergetics over, this is bioinformatics. It has gained very good importance nowadays. In the recent situations, world, the crisis which is facing by world, this bioinformatics branch helps a lot. Storage of biological information, whether useful genes are there, beneficial genes are there, harmful genes are there, deleterious genes are there. Such an information or any hereditary diseases are there in a particular genome. Especially our genome is important nowadays. The other genomes we don't bother. The genomes means haploid set of chromosomes in a living organism is called genome. Plant genomes also you can prepare a project, can be prepared on plant genomes. There is a human genomic project already, it is completed. In 2003 it is completed. 1990 it is started and 2003 it is completed. 13 years, within 13 years it is completed. So that this branch came into existence due to the preparation of human genomic project in the 2003. So bioinformatics is the recent branch. 2003 means So that's a recent branch. Of course, you may not be born because you are now first year means 15 crossed and say I think 15 just crossed maybe. But 2003 means already 18 years back. Now you didn't cross 18 years. That's why you may not be born. But here, bioinformatics is the branch. It the study of genetic information of living organisms, including humans. Including humans. And the storage of information. It deals with the storage of information. Whatever the information collected must be stored. So storage of information. Biological information you better you say, because it is an information and history of the living organisms. That is why you better you say biological information. So that is bioinformatics, another branch. Like that, animal husbandry. Animal husbandry also applied branch of zoology. These are all applied branches. I need not mention again and again. All are applied branches. Animal husbandry deals with the study of livestock. Study of livestock. Livestock includes domestic animals, cultivation of domestic animals. Better you say, if you don't understand livestock, then you can write the meaning of that. Cultivation of domestic animals for the purpose of meat, egg production, etc. That's why cultivation of domestic animals like cattle, sheep, goat, fowls, turkeys, ducks, geese, etc. So on and so forth. You can give any number of, even camels also are domesticated for the sake of milk. So that's why animal husbandry deals with the study of livestock, simple. But if you want more complex definition, cultivation of domestic animals for the purpose of meat production, egg production, milk production, butter production, whatever, what not. All are the dairy products, majority dairy products are there here. So then, aquaculture, another applied branch. Aquaculture, you can easily say the definition. Cultivation of or rearing. Instead of cultivation, you can also, in English there are so many vocabulary, words are there. So you can replace. But meaning should not be changed. Cultivation of aquatic organisms, aquatic animals like prawns, crabs, lobsters, oysters, fishes, what not, any aquatic organism, fishes, etc. Better you say etc. So this is aquaculture. But in this we can separately rear only fish. Only rearing of fish refers to pisciculture. Pisciculture means only rearing of fish, food value fish, especially food value fish. You should add that food value. Fishes is called pisciculture. Then apiculture, cultivation of honeybees is apiculture. Production of honey, production of wax. Bee venom is also useful. Even poison of honeybees also helps to human beings. It is a counteract of the poison of cobra. Cobra poison is cobridin, affects the respiratory center in the brain. So if you give this anti-venom prepared from bee venom, it counteracts the effect of the poison of the cobra, prevents the death. That bee venom is also helpful us. So cultivation of honeybees, honey, nectar, bee venom, bee glue, they are all important byproducts coming from honeybees. Because Apis indica, honeybee scientific name is Apis indica, hence this culture is called Apiculture, and the name of the genus it is called apiculture, Apis indica. A scientific name of honeybee, Apis indica. Then sericulture, another applied branch. Cultivation of silk moths or rearing of silk moths. But generally we say silkworms. Silkworm is a larva. Silk moth is mother. So cultivation of silk moths, silkworms and moths is called sericulture. So silk sarees and silk davatis we wear, all those cloths. Costliest silk obtained from this silkworm. Cultivation of silkworms and moths is called sericulture. And poultry. Poultry means cultivation of fowls for both meat purpose and egg purpose. Cultivation of fowls or chicks. In the bracket you write down chicks. For the production of meat and egg. Dual purpose, if it is dual purpose. If it is only for meat production, broilers. If it is only for egg production, layers. Such fowls are called layers, egg production. So chicks, fowls, cultivation of fowls or chicks for the production of meat and eggs. What is the meat of fowls? Chicken. Meat of cattle, beef. Meat of sheep and goat, mutton. Meat of pigs, pork. Like that. So there are so many meats are there. Meat of fowls, chicken. Meat of sheep, goat, mutton. Meat of cattle, beef. And meat of pigs, pork. So thus these are all applied branches. See how many applied branches are there here. Then next applied branch is dairy. Dairy means a farm meant for milk production and its products. Not only milk production and dairy products and other dairy products. Other dairy products means what are they? Cheese, butter, curd. Better you say instead of curd, rogat. Rogat or curd and buttermilk, ghee, paneer. These are all. Paneer, etc. So that is about the dairy. Piggery is also there, another applied branch. Cultivation of pigs. In foreign countries, it is in more practice than India. Also it is there, but in foreign countries it is they eat everything. Especially the China people. They don't leave any animal. They eat every animal, rats, bats, everything, what not. So, cultivation of pigs. Especially for the production of pork. So, how many branches are there you see? These are all. Agriculture is also there, but agriculture is both plants and animals must be coordinated, must be associated together for the applied branch agriculture. It is related. Agriculture, plants alone cannot themselves cultivate. So that's why we can also mention here agriculture. With the help of animals only it is possible. Agriculture means cultivation of crop yielding plants. All crop yielding plants can be cultivated. All crop yielding plants. That is paddy, jowar, ragi. These are all wheat, cereals, all cereals, what not, pulses, everything that is assisted by, that should be assisted by humans and animals. Otherwise it is not possible. Hence it is also included under the, as a branch of zoology. Originally it is a branch of botany, but with the assistance of these animals only, including humans, it is possible. That is why these are some of the applied branches. In the scope of zoology, this much information is there. Even health and disease also can be known. They are all, so on and so forth. And let us go to the next page. Branches of zoology especially. They are applied branches, remember. Already branches you have mentioned. Why you are again mentioning branches of? They are applied branches. But these are branches of zoology. Sub-branches are there in the zoology. What are those sub-branches of zoology? Let us see. First of all, taxonomy. First branch. Taxonomy deals with the study of identification, nomenclature, nomenclature means naming. First you must identify the organism by observable characters, by external visible characters or observable characters. What are the observable characters? Means with eyes what we see, the form, structure, size, shape, color. With these observable characters we should identify first of all. After identification you can, basing on that you can give name. So that is nomenclature. And classification. Identification, nomenclature and classification is called taxonomy. Classification means giving a particular position to the particular organism. We should give a placement to every organism, So basing on the observable characters. What are the characters? Visible externally are all observable characters. Already just now I told you form, shape, size, color. These are all observable characters. Internal structures you cannot see, external structures you can see. So that's why basing on that, study of identification, nomenclature and classification is called taxonomy. The term taxonomy was coined by, this is the last sentence, the term taxonomy was coined by A.P. de Candolle. Carefully write down the scientist name. A.P. de Candolle. When you write like this. A.P. de Candolle. Scientist name should be underlined. Okay. Tomorrow we can continue these branches. Right. Take care all of you. Hello. Sorry, not tomorrow. As usual. I say like that, Monday. Okay. Very good doubt. Prabhav, Satvika, Srujana. Yes, you are anyhow at home. Immediately wash your hands with soap. Take safety measures. Be careful. Don't go outside. Okay. Okay. Right. వాట్ ఓకే 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 విల్ సీ దట్. ఇది ఉంచుదాం, ఇది 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 సేవ్ చేద్దాం, రేపు కంటిన్యూ చేయాలి.